Welcome to our channel Spreading Knowledge. Today we are going to discuss one important subject which is known as child development and pedagogy, which is very important CTET as well as for B.Ed entrance examinations. So in this video we first discussed about child development, and basically in growth. First we try to discuss introduction, then growth, and then stages of growth. Now introduction. Humans are not static beings. During their lives they change in size, appearance, and psychological makeup. However, the way differs from individual to individual, but the fundamentals of growth and development remain more or less the same and take place in an orderly way. Each individual's unique heredity and environment determines the way he processes the broad path of his life at his rate of progress. The knowledge of the pattern of human development helps teachers know what to expect of children. It also helps them to know approximately at what age behavioral changes take place and when these patterns are generally replaced by more mature patterns. So, on the other hand, if too little is expected of them, then they do not have an incentive to realize their potential. So before understanding about child development, it is very imperative to understand the term growth. The terms growth and development are often used interchangeably, but they are conceptually different and complement to each other. So human growth generally deals with just the physical aspects of developments, whereas human development includes not only human growth but also takes place in consideration the psychosocial aspects of development. Now, actually, growth is an increase in the size of the body as a whole or by different parts of the body by multiplication of cells during the period starting from fertilization to physical maturity. So, it is a fundamental characteristics of all living organisms. The physical size is generally measured in terms of centimeters or kilograms balance, but that is the retention of hydrogen calcium in the body. Now, the stages or phases of growth have been classified differently by different researchers. So, in this video, we try to discuss some different stages. First, we discussed about prenatal period. Actually, the prenatal period comprises on about nine calendar months or approximately 40 weeks. So, when a fertilized egg of a multicellular animal is transformed into an embryo by cell division, growth, and differentiation, this formation into the embryo is called prenatal growth. In the prenatal period, prenatal for birth, the embryo is formed and of all organs and systems. Now, growth has three distinct stages. The fertilized ovum on its egg first 2 weeks. Embryo from 2 to 8 weeks, and the fetus from 2 to 10 months. Now, the human ovum during the first part of this period, it is like a homogeneous mass. During the embryonic stage, though the rate of growth is slow, yet the differentiation process to form various regions which is later on give rise to different parts like leg, etc. By the 8th week of embryo becomes childlike in appearance. During fetus stage, the rate of growth in length as well as weight is quite high. Now, postnatal growth is commonly divided into the following age periods. First, infancy, then childhood, and then adolescence. Now, infancy infancy comprises the first life, and this is a period of rapid growth in most bodily systems and rapid development of the neuromuscular system. The growth is mostly by addition of more cells or increase in the protoplasm. The rate of growth increase and there is an increase in size, shape and weight. In case of weight, the peak is reached at 2 months after birth. The cells become larger in size. The cervical and lumbar curvatures of the spine show up as the baby starts to straighten the head and tries to sit up and stand. Now, childhood. Childhood spans from the end of infancy. Infancy means the first birthday to the start of adolescence, and this childhood period is often divided into early childhood, middle childhood, and late childhood. Actually, the early childhood is a period of eruption of milk teeth. The middle childhood, from 7 to 10 years, is the period of eruption of permanent teeth, though not all erupt. The late childhood starts from the pre-pubertal period and continues up to the time of puberty. Childhood is a period of relatively steady progress in growth and maturation and rapid progress in neuromuscular or development. Now, adolescence follows childhood. In this period, the hormonal influences play a leading role in order to attain sexual maturity. During this period, there is a marked acceleration of the adolescence growth spurt. The adolescence spurt is a constant phenomenon and occurs in all children, though it varies in intensity and duration from one child to another. In boys, it takes place on an average from age 12 to 15. In girls, the spurt begins from 2 years to earlier than in boys. Differentiation in primary and secondary sexual characteristics marks the adolescence period. There are changes in the reproductive organs, in body size and shape, in the relative proportions of muscle, fat, and bone, in a variety of physiological functions. Now, maturity or adulthood. The endocrine glands, under the direction of pituitary hormones, prepare the body for adulthood. An important sign of maturity is reproductive maturity. During adolescence, reproductive maturity begins but not completed. The active reproductive period extends up to 40 to 45 years of age in the human beings. The end of the growth of head is also regarded as a sign of maturity. थैंक यू. अगर इस वीडियो को अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ टू लाइक, शेयर एंड प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल.